Retail giant Amazon eyes UW-Madison's historic Red Gym as a new pickup point location. Plus, major upgrades are on the way for Ho-Chunk Casino in the Dells. That's up next. Your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching your real estate news. I'm Stacy Hansen. Let's take a look at your headlines. Home sale prices are continuing to rise in Wisconsin, even as tight inventories reduced July sales numbers. According to the Wisconsin Realtors Association, home sales in the state were at the second best level since 2005. Those sales numbers were lower than last July. Sales were down 7.6% from 1 year ago. The WRA says that fewer homes on the market in 2016 caused the first decline in sales this year. Weak inventory levels kept sales down in every region of the state. The hardest hit were the northeast and south central regions of Wisconsin. They dropped between 10.4% and 13%. The WRA also said that the average number of days on the market is down to 83 days, which is the lowest level in over 10 years. Home prices in July did continue to increase, though. They were up 4% over July of last year. The statewide median home price is now at $170,000. Amazon is looking at opening a pickup point in UW-Madison's historic Red Gym building. The Wisconsin State Journal reports that the agreement with Amazon hasn't been finalized yet, but it was already approved by the University of Wisconsin System Board of Regents. The pickup point would be a place for shoppers to pick up items they had already ordered online with Amazon. Nothing would actually be sold at the Red Gym location. According to the Journal, Amazon says pickup points are a more secure delivery option for customers since they can specify it as their shipping destination instead of a home or office address. The agreement calls for a 5-year contract between the university and Amazon, through which UW-Madison would be guaranteed at least $100,000 per year in commissions on the packages. Some small business owners in downtown Madison have expressed concern over the possibility of Amazon establishing a place on campus. If the agreement is finalized, the pickup point would be set to open next spring. The Ho-Chunk Nation is set to begin a $153 million expansion and renovation project at 3 of its casinos in September. The La Crosse Tribune reports that the locations in Wisconsin Dells, Black River Falls, and Wittenberg will all undergo major upgrades. The Wisconsin Dells location is currently Ho-Chunk's largest site. It will be getting a new hotel main entrance and lobby, as well as a new hotel bar and poker room. The casino floor layout will also be redesigned with a new off-track betting area, an expanded non-smoking section, and renovations to the buffet and bingo areas, according to the Tribune. The Ho-Chunk Nation estimates that 100 new jobs will be created with the completion of renovations at all 3 locations. Don't go away, we've got more real estate news right after this. And welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Kirsten Goggin from Century 21. Welcome back, Kirsten. So you have an exciting new listing to share with us today.
Yeah, a unique opportunity to own over 6.5 acres. It's located on a cul-de-sac. Amazing property. It's in New Glarus. It's W5481 Timber Lane.
So tell us a little bit about it. How big is it? How many bedrooms?
Absolutely. So it's offered at $375,000, which is a steal for that much acreage. The views are incredible. It's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 3-car garage. It's got a soaring great room that's open to the 2nd floor above. It's got a stone fireplace, and it goes all the way up the wall. The one wall is full of windows, so all you see is just rolling acres and trees for miles. There's a 2-tiered deck with a pergola, and there's a patio. The lower level also walks out, and there's another gas fireplace down there. The kitchen is nice, bright and sunny. There's a kitchen island, main floor laundry. The master suite is incredible. Tray ceilings, it's huge. There's 2 large his and her walk-in closets, which is the secret to happy marriage, I'm convinced.
That's a big selling point right there.
Exactly. There's also a private master bathroom, which has a jetted soaking tub, separate shower, double sinks. It's just amazing. The 2nd bedroom up is vaulted ceilings. There's also a huge lower level that's finished. There's an office or a den, however you want to use the room down there. It's just really, really incredible. What else can I tell you? I mean, I could go on forever on this one. Oh, it's just over 3,000 square feet. So large property, great views, good schools. We are having an open house September 11th from 2 to 4 if it's not gone by then.
Yeah, and with the way this market's been going, it very well could be. So how can people contact you, or where can they get more information about this?
Absolutely. You can give me a call at 608-628-7572 or kjsellsmadison.com. Also, it's got its own website, so you can check it out on W5481 Timber Lane, or Timber LN. And then just the letter B, yours.com. It should be going by right below me here. But if you check that out, you're going to see tons of photos. There's also the 3D virtual tour, so you can kind of get an idea and look around 360 degrees from every room. You can see floor plans and where it's located, like an aerial view. So lots of great information there. Make sure you get a hold of me to get in there and see it. We have had a lot of showings, a lot of very positive feedback. So this one's going to go quick.
Yeah, I bet it's going to go extremely fast. So definitely contact Kirsten soon if you're interested in this. Well, thanks so much for stopping by today.
Thank you, Stacy.
And welcome back. With me now is Diane Holmes. She's a realtor with RE/MAX Preferred. Welcome back, Diane. Good to see you again.
Oh, thank you, Stacy. Thank you for having me back.
Great to see you.
Nice to be here.
So what's it like out there right now in the real estate market?
Well, it's funny because right now, March Madness, people think about basketball. But in real estate, it is madness right now. And it's typical. March, April, and May are always our busiest selling seasons.
But that's a good thing, right?
It's a great thing. However, because there are more buyers than there are sellers right now, the good thing is for sellers, it's a seller's market. So they tend to get more for their property. But I'm looking for listings. So I would like to ask your viewing audience, if they're thinking about selling their home this year, to call me. And there's no obligation as far as listing with me, but I will give you a market study which shows how much your home is currently worth, give you staging advice, and also a free pre-listing home inspection, which means I'll have the home inspector go through your house and see if there's any defects that maybe you're not aware of, or the buyer will find later with their inspector. So it's good to know ahead of time.
Wow, that's great. I mean, They really can't lose with that. I mean, that's a great offer.
It is. And my number is 608-444-4409. So thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Now, do you have any houses for sale right now that you want to tell us about?
I do. And since preparing for this interview, Stacy, 2 of them have sold.
Oh, well, wow. Good for you.
But I'll mention them briefly just because they haven't closed yet. I have one in Fitchburg, 2803 Marledge Street, for $249,900, 3-bedroom, 2-bath for about 2,100 square feet, and then there's a gorgeous screen porch and a gourmet kitchen. But so hopefully it'll close. And the next one is 1012 Hillview Drive, and that is in the village of Black Earth. It's $210,000, 2,100 square feet, and this also has an offer. But let me tell you about the other ones that are still available. The first one is on Lake Mendota. It's 5378 Bluebill Park Drive. It's listed for $625,000. It's about a 10-year-old home. It's gorgeously appointed. 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, over 4,000 square feet of living space, and a beautiful pier and a beautiful location. And the next one, I will jump over to Lake Monona, and this one is 4931 Toniawatha Trail. It's listed for $725,000. It's smaller. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, about 2,000 square feet, and it's kind of perched on a hill with a gorgeous view of the Capitol.
Well, those all sound great. I'm not surprised that they're going so quickly.
I know.
Thanks so much for stopping by, Diane.
Hey, thank you so much, Stacy. I'll hope to see you again soon.
And stay tuned. And welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Andrew Kimball. He's the owner of Kimball Realtors. Welcome back, Andrew. How are things in the Dells? It was really busy for you the last time we talked. Is it still that way?
Yeah, it really is. It's been the busiest summer really since the housing bubble burst in 2008. It's been the busiest summer since then. And usually in July, we start getting a little slower at the end of July, but August has been even busier than usual. So it's been really great for both buyers and sellers both, just a really good time for real estate up in our area.
Yeah, it's an exciting time for real estate right now. It's so fast paced. It's really exciting. So I see you wanted to talk about real estate commissions today. Let's just start at the beginning, and can you explain to our viewers a little bit about how they work?
Sure. Well, in any real estate transaction, the seller generally pays the real estate commission out of the closing cost. And each individual agency decides what their commission level is going to be. For example, with Kimball Realtors, we charge a 6% commission, and that is paid out of the seller's proceeds at the closing time.
Okay, so now you, though, have a big announcement about how Kimball Realtors is going to be splitting commissions.
Yes, up in our area, I've been seeing more agencies decide to do a 2.4% split to the buyer's agent or buyer's side on the commission. And it seemed to me like that's not really promoting cooperation between different agencies. So my idea was that we would do a 3.5% split to a buyer's agent or to an agent bringing, from another company bringing someone to one of our listings. We'd still keep the total commission at 6% that the seller is selling, but the buyer's agent will get a 3.5%. They'll get a higher percentage rather than a lower percentage if they bring a buyer to a Kimball Realtors listing.
Because typically they're getting about like 2%, right?
Yes.
So that's great. So how does this affect the sellers then?
Well, what that does for them when they list with our company, more agents from within the MLS, for example, there's over 2,400 agents in our MLS system, and those agents will have more of an incentive to bring a buyer to one of our properties because they're going to be getting a higher commission than they would be if they're selling one that is with a company that's only offering 2.4% commission for the buyer's side. So it's going to bring a lot more buyers looking at their properties.
So I wonder, how does this affect other realtors within the MLS then?
Sure, exactly. Now, so the same thing with any other agents within the MLS because we're offering that 3.5%. So their commission is going to be higher on what they get than if they were, again, selling something that's at a 2.4 or 3%. So they're going to get a higher commission as well. So it really works great for everybody. It's great for the sellers. It's great for other agents. Great for Kimball Realtors as well. Even though we're doing a smaller commission for our side of it, we still will be having more total listings being sold. So it's a win-win situation for everybody.
Yeah, it sounds great. We'll have to have you back again to find out how that's been going for you. It's an exciting time. Well, thanks so much, Andrew.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
And welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Danny and Kyle Frank from Distinctively Danette. Now this is cool. You guys are a team. Danny is an interior designer and Kyle is a remodeling contractor. So you offer both. So Danny, let's start with you. Tell us about, let's say, your top 3 areas that you would recommend somebody updating just to get the most bang from their buck.
Well, over the years, we've always recommended kitchens and bathrooms, and then ways that you can expand your home, the living spaces. So we do a lot of lower levels too.
So you hear a lot of people talking about their house just doesn't have good flow. What can you say about improving like flow and functionality in your home?
That's where I bring in my guys. And we can sometimes remove walls, open up spaces. We can add more lighting and maybe increase the size of the windows to make the rooms feel larger. And it makes it easier for entertaining too.
Yeah, which is always a plus. So Kyle, let's go over to you. What are some of the most recent projects that you've done?
We've done a lot of the basement finishes lately. We've been putting in more entertaining areas for people. People in Wisconsin really like to host parties in the summer, so we've been putting in bars and more entertaining areas for people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that definitely seems to be a trend. So Kyle, how is your client to contractor relationship different from other contractors? Because you've got a good spin on it.
Yeah, we've definitely been doing some interesting projects. We've been having a lot of people that want to help in the process and put in a little bit of sweat equity. So I've actually been having the homeowner helping me as my assistant sometimes, and sometimes even my mom jumps in there and pulls out a window or two. So it's been pretty interesting getting to help people learn how to do the process at the same time.
And that's got to be so cool and so fun for them too, to jump in and do it and look at it and say, wow, I did that. So what other types of community projects have you worked with? Because you're pretty active in the community.
You know, we have a passion for design, but we love to give back to the community too. And Kyle and I and my husband have been involved in Design for a Difference. It's a great program here in the area where designers come together and work on a nonprofit organization and give them a facelift. So it's a wonderful, wonderful project that we love getting involved in.
That's so cool and such a worthy cause to do too. So great, thanks so much for coming by today. It was wonderful to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Chris Thomas and Sean Smith from Right on Target Real Estate. So Chris, you have a guest today. This is actually a new hire, Sean Smith, and you got him from the radio world, correct?
Yeah. Actually, Sean came from a Midwest family. He's known as Snuff from WJJO, and he also was on the sports channel The Zone.
So what drew you then to wanting to hire him for real estate? How did that all happen?
Well, Sean's a great guy. He's very likable. He's got a lot of qualities I look for in real estate agents. He's very good when it comes to playing by the rules. You know, we certainly want somebody that is going to do things the right way. He's a good character guy. People like him. So all those things are kind of what we're looking for.
So Sean, do you think that describes you pretty well?
Well, he might be embellishing a little bit, but no, it's been a good fit so far. You know, I passed my exam in late July, so I'm a new realtor, and Chris and I had some experience in the past. So it was interesting kind of how we came together. When, you know, I used to be a client, and now it turns out that I'm working with him. And so far so good. Real estate's exciting, and I feel like I made a good decision. And Chris has done a lot to help me advance to where I'm at so far.
And now you're still looking to grow more, is that right, Chris?
Yeah, we're always looking for other agents that could fit well into our team. And so certainly with the market really kind of exploding in the last couple of years, that's something we're definitely not opposed to, trying to find a couple more agents that can really do a good job out there and help us out.
So what else is going on in your world, Chris? Are you really kind of getting Sean right there in the trenches?
Yeah, really what we try to do is we try to get out there with our new agents and kind of have them shadow me, and that way he can kind of hear kind of what I'm saying and doing and kind of internalize this stuff. So when it's time for him to go out and go to these appointments by himself, he's pretty familiar with, you know, how things need to be done.
So what would you say to somebody, Sean, that's thinking about maybe going for it and switching to a career in real estate? What would you say?
I would say it's very exciting. I mean, if you're looking, I'm somebody that I was a restaurant manager for a long time before I was in the radio broadcasting. I'm used to like a lot of structure. I know where I'm going to be for 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours sometimes in a day. It's almost mind-boggling, and so it's been a bit of an adjustment for me, because there are pockets where you help out, you know, customers, potential clients, and there's times where you do have some free time. So I find myself being able to have a lot more balance in my life, which I really like. I've gotten to see my friends and family a lot more often, and you know, it's always exciting when you start something new, and it's certainly been the case here with Right on Target Real Estate.
Well, so nice to meet you, Sean, and good to see you, Chris.
Thank you very much.
And welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Bill Quigley, branch manager of AmeriFirst Home Mortgage. Welcome back, Bill. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Now, we hear there's a lot of movement in the financial markets. What's going on with mortgage interest rates right now?
Well, I'm sure everybody's heard the phrase Brexit, which is Britain leaving the European Union. It's caused a lot of turmoil in the financial markets overseas as well as here in the U.S. What's happening is investors worldwide are flooding money into the United States economy in treasury bills and mortgage-backed securities. The more that investors buy those mortgage-backed securities, their yield will decrease. As that yield decreases when the price goes up, our interest rates decrease. So with the Brexit, or Britain leaving the European Union, interest rates did fall. Interest rates are going to be low for some time for those that want to purchase a home, refinance a home, renovate your home. We're going to have great rates for some time going forward.
That's great news that it actually ended up with low rates for us. Now, home buyers who have had a past bankruptcy or foreclosure are asking, when can they purchase a home again? What can you do for them?
There's a large group of people out there that during the recession had a bankruptcy or foreclosure. They're now re-entering the marketplace. They're called boomerangers. They've had homes before, they lost them, or want to purchase a home, but due to the bankruptcy they can't. So these boomerang buyers are coming back into the marketplace and they're asking, hey, Things look good. Can I get a mortgage to purchase a home? Many institutions can't finance them because they want longer seasoning on that financial issue or that credit issue before they allow people to get mortgages. We can help people that have had a bankruptcy or foreclosure in the past get a new mortgage to purchase or refinance within 2 years of that bankruptcy and foreclosure, and in some cases within a year, depending upon the circumstances. So if you're in that position where you had that credit issue, don't hesitate, give me a call, let's get you into a home.
Well, that's great news. It could be potentially even within a year. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Now, what can you provide those that want to just purchase a lot and build a new home?
We've been getting a lot of inquiries from people that they're frustrated with trying to find a home in the marketplace where inventory is a bit tight, and they thought, hey, what if I build a home? But if you build a home, you have to get a loan to buy the lot, and then get a construction loan to pay off the lot loan, and then build the home. Then when you're done with construction, you get a permanent loan to pay off the construction loan. So you theoretically could be financing 2 or 3 times to get your home done. You're also at the risk of where our interest rate's going to be after that 6 to 9 month to 1 year period of when you're done with construction. We're coming out with a construction loan where with one loan, all in advance, you find your lot, you find your builder, get your budget in place. We provide one loan to buy the lot, build the home, and you move in. You don't have to requalify, you don't have to refinance down the road. It's all done up front in advance. So you build the home and move in and not worry about requalifying or having any appraisal issues down the road or interest rate issues.
Well, that's wonderful. It just really simplifies things. Well, thanks so much, Bill. Great to see you again. Lots of information as always.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Special thanks to our guests for stopping by today and to you, our viewers, for tuning in. Be sure to join us again next week. I'm Stacey Hansen for the Real Estate News, making a positive impact and leading the real estate market.